So, we've been told by Super Earth High Command to rely on our stratagems to deal with all the problems. But what if we just didn't? I'm wondering if it's possible to beat the hardest missions without friends or stratagems at all. So here's the rules. First of all, we have to be solo. Randoms will inevitably call down stratagems, and everyone I play this game with is either too stupid or intentionally too stupid for this challenge. We obviously can't call down stratagems, but what about the mission stratagems? To keep the mission actually beatable and actually fun to watch, we're gonna say that any mission stratagems like SSSDs, the mining drones, anything of the sort is usable despite the fact that they're technically stratagems. The first thing we need to decide is which enemy we're going to be fighting, and for this we're choosing the bugs. We're choosing the bugs for a couple reasons. 1, they're all vulnerable to small arms. 2, most of them go into melee range, so I can avoid getting shot in the ass. And 3, I don't have to rely on armor piercing to deal with hulks, because I hate hulks. However, if you do want to see me attempt this against the bots, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below asking for it, because if enough people ask, I will suffer for your amusement. YouTube meta crap out of the way, let's talk about my first attempt on difficulty 5, which I thought was going to be an easy breezy mission. Boy was I wrong. Also, you see me take stratagems here, they don't actually do anything. I just never call them down, but I can't launch without picking some, so whatever. Starting with my equipment, the best place to start is definitely my armor. I am running the Demolition Specialist armor, which allows me to carry 2 extra grenades, and has light armor stats, allowing me to run around fast and avoid all the bugs. As for primary weapon, I am running the Sickle Laser Assault Rifle. I thought that infinite ammo, theoretically, as long as I controlled my trigger, and long range with some good stopping power would do pretty well on this type of challenge, since I don't have the luxury of ammo whenever I feel like it. As for secondary, I'm running the grenade pistol. It's incredible swarm clearing combined with massive damage to chargers, bile titans, pretty much anything, made it a must-have pick. I'm running impact grenades for pretty much the same reason. I looked over all my grenade options and none of them really stood out as that useful. Smoke grenades are meant to be used against the bots. The stun grenades, I've just never liked them. Thermite grenades don't do actual damage and they're terrible. Devs, please fix. And the 2 starting grenades that are the frags and the HEs just don't really do it for me. Upon landing, we see our first immediate problem. There are nursing spears on this mission. You know all that stuff I was talking about with the bugs being restricted to melee range? That does not apply to the nursing spears, as they're tanky as hell. As you can clearly see, they take like half a mag to take down, and they have a spin attack that can pretty much one-shot you. They're my worst nightmare, especially when I have limited capacity to deal with them. Now, my first priority is to find some sort of support weapon. That way I can actually manage to deal with AT threats like the chargers and hopefully these spewers, but I break that open and then realize, oh great, there's a charger. I don't have anything to deal with them. Then I get blasted by the split attack and have to stab and continue running away, and I just hit him with a grenade, get knocked back, but I don't take any damage, it's all good. I keep running, and there's another charger, so I'm like, okay, well, I barely dodged that, thank you random rock for nearly killing me. And running around here, I'm still trying to circle back for that support weapon. This guy's just bugged in place, but I don't realize that. This guy is also bugged in place, means I just get hit, thrown, and then I get my first death. To a bug. And not the kind that's, like, fighting me. Awesome. I realize at this point that I just can't get that support weapon right now, if there even is one. I'm not even sure at this point. So I just go directly to the main objective with a charger. Charging at me. I'm not having a good time. I successfully dodged around the charger before taking out a couple of the small stuff. And look what comes out of the fog. It's an entire swarm of bugs. I successfully slammed the charger to a rock so that I just don't have to deal with it for a second before spamming grenades to hopefully take out all the stuff. A single hunter gets through and I take a hit, which is fine because I continue to gun down the entire swarm with the charger stuck maneuvering around some jank terrain. And then I see the other charger from before is after me. I throw some grenades to hopefully at least start them bleeding, but that doesn't work. So I just continue running around, and I still need to call in the objective, as right now I'm just wasting time. Melee that thing because I'm base, melee that thing because I'm base, and then continue to grenade the chargers, hoping to make them at least bleed so they die over time. Maneuvering around the chargers and taking out the last small fry, I run directly at the main objective to hopefully at least get the drill down. And it takes me a second because it's very specific about its positioning for absolutely no reason. I immediately grab an explosive barrel to try and set the charges on fire, wait for a moment, and throw a grenade, and it stops right before it, and it just gets stuck. And I'm just sitting there, staring at a charger, looking at him. Apparently this charger has taken a masterclass in baiting, as the second I go for it, he magically becomes unstuck and tries to crush me. Unfortunately for him, I am a reactionary little shit, and he is not going to catch me that easy. So I run them around the rocks a little bit, the Hive Lord corpse just collapses on me, find a random sample which, when in Rome, pick stuff up. I run back to the drill, screw up the input because I'm stupid, and have to run from the charger that's about to one-shot me. The other one just slams into a rock of its own volition, and oh look, an entire patrol has found us now. Amazing. Reminder, this is Hazard 5. I thought this was going to be an easy test run. I then noticed that the Shrieker nest in the distance has noticed me. Oh no! After taking out a bit of the swarm, I dodge the first Shrieker, and then shoot down the second Shrieker right out of the sky. Anti-aircraft, eat your heart out. Missed shots on the second one. Have to reload my ice, which, oops. Before maneuvering around, and guess what? Nope, did not shoot that first one. It survived. Damn. And if you notice, there's now a bug breach, which means more problems coming. This Shrieker is just hiding behind the Hive Lord corpse, which is amazing. The Charger comes out of the fog, and oh look, more spewers. The second Charger comes back, hits the rock, which I barely survive, and I have to deal with a million more spewers. Amazing. This is great. I definitely know what I'm doing. I perform a quick shot around the Charger to take out two spewers before I accidentally get myself into a corner. Get run over by the first one, and the second one finishes me off, making my second death caused by Chargers. Are you noticing a pattern yet? With all the enemies swarming the main objective, my next plan was to go try and find another support weapon. My original plan before I got chargered. Moving to the original point of interest that I spotted when I landed, I take out the stuck spinner that was still there. Don't know how long he was sitting there for, but whatever. I checked the supply container, which is supposed to have a support weapon for me. Instead, it has two requisition slips. I have max. That's useless to me. I do, however, find some common samples and a nice stack of grenades, and using this, I proceed to bomb the hell out of them. The Charger getting towards me scares me off, and I need to pick up more grenades, so I stop, pick up more stuff, some ammo, and get hit by the spinner a little bit, which forces me to, unfortunately, use a stim. Charger bearing down on me, so I pop a quick grenade in its face, and proceed to back off so I can pop another grenade in the spinner's face so that it finally goes away, and proceed to run for this rock so that the Charger can bonk right into it and I can finally be free. Pop another grenade, and it started to bleed. Finally. Toss some impacts into the swarm to clear it out a bit and take out another one of those bloody spinners before I run towards the next point of interest. Grab a quick thing, grab some ammo, and get knocked across this by a Charger. It proceeds to get stuck in the water. Very helpful and definitely intentional. I meant to do that. Stop asking questions. After enough running around and grabbing another sample, clear a couple small fry out, I proceed to run directly towards the main objective now that the entire swarm has finally left me alone. If only I knew how short this period of rest would last. Speed up the short little segment of walking because y'all don't need to watch that, and screw up the input because I suck. And now comes the official moment of regret, because this spawns a guaranteed bug breach, and I don't have any stratagems to deal with it. What I do have, though, is a lot of explosives. And here comes the problem child. First a hunter, and then the second I look to my left, oh look, it's our friend Mr. Charger, who does not bonk on the drill and does bonk on the wall, as well as a brood commander, and I'm just dealing with a lot. I pop a grenade in its face, pop a grenade in that shield guy's face, and the Charger's coming bearing down on me again. I need to get moving. It bounces off that guy, because, of course, why would it never work? It's that guy in the face, he's dead, and the entire swarm is now on me, taking the hunter to the face, and I'm officially running out of stims. Dodge the Charger as it comes round for another run, and pop it in the face, try to get it to bleed, and here come the hunters trying to hit me, because if a hunter slows me and I can't deal with the Charger, I'm as good as gone. Managed to dodge around the Charger once more. I'm getting really good at that, and I am very badass. Please remind me of how badass I am in the comments, I demand it. Now that I've baited the entire swarm out here, which was definitely intentional and not an accident, I proceed to immediately run back towards the drill, waiting for the Charger to bonk on the wall so I can get the next part of it done. Input the coordinate E3, yes sir, going right in, and I have to deal with Mr. Charger, coming for yet another run of, guess what? Not charging, for once. He's just kind of waddling along. I think he's hurt. Never mind, he charges, bonks into a wall. Not a smart creature. Remember, kids, bugs don't think. The The Charger's 2 brain cells somehow maneuvered up the hill and towards me, and I used the chance to go right down to the drill and successfully managed to complete the main part of the mission. Now the only problem is I gotta go to the big one, the big daddy, the large lad, as I dodge the Charger coming at me again, turn around, shoot these Shriekers which are still coming after me, and since I'm in the area I might as well maneuver around the Charger and go and grab my samples because, you know, I'm in the area, might as well. Dodge the Charger once more, and I am shooting it right in the butt, trying to get it to bleed, and it successfully starts bleeding. That does damage over time that will eventually take it down. Successfully dodge it once more, shoot it right in the butt some more, and I accidentally shoot way too much and pop out my eyes. So I gotta replace it as I run towards the main objective, checking my map and dodging the Charger along the way. I'm just gonna skip over this thing. I dodge Charger, run towards the objective some more. Decide to randomly use my stim here for pretty much no good reason. Slowing down here so I can show you this really cool shot of 2 spewers missing me at the same time. Get destroyed, losers. Speeding back up here since I'm just doing more running, and screw up a rocket jump because I'm dumb for even trying that. And that screw up leads to me getting spewed in the leg, which breaks it, and leaves me a complete sitting duck for all the bugs approaching me. I'm just flopping around, hoping to acquire some sort of purchase, or they just forget about me, but I realize it's futile. Get tagged, and I'm down. This death? My own stupidity. Not a bug for once. Should not have used that stim. Good to know for the actual time. Speeding up past, again, more walking. Most of my footage is just this, can you believe it? Shockingly, playing optimally involves a lot of running around. Besides shooting that bug quick and 30 minutes being remaining, nothing happens here until I get to the objective site where I encounter a commander. I begin swiftly gunning it down, but it manages to get off a bug breach because those things can for some reason operate without their heads. Not ideal. I begin immediately moving backwards as I replace my ice, gunning down the quick bugs that are in front of me, noticing a swarm with a spear in it, so I toss an impact to deal with that, and continue gunning bugs down using impacts on the spears because I hate the range of these things, and they're the only thing that can threaten me right now. Besides Chargers. I hate Chargers. Gonna speed up here for a bit, because there's really not much to this. It's just, I shoot bugs that come at me, and I swap to my grenade pistol whenever I see a bug in the distance that's still alive. Hunter nearly gets me, but I just got it down because it's easy. Going up to the main objective, I encounter the Illuminate technology of disappearing bugs and buggy terrain. Shocking. The Illuminate must be among us daily. Jokes aside, the Prospector drill takes forever to come in for some reason. So, with the grand magic of video editing, we're just gonna pretend it's speedy. Ooh. I see this swarm in the distance, so I'm like, no, don't come over here, and I lie down and stay completely still besides operating the drill, hoping to buy myself just a little bit of time. The main problem with this strategy is activating this spawns 2 guaranteed bug breaches, one of which is incredibly obvious as it spawns right in front of me where I'm already looking. The other one I do not see at the moment. After some more sped up waiting for the bugs to finally notice me, the one in front does actually manage to spot me, and I gotta get up and start shooting bugs. After a quick grenade and a grenade pistol shot, I begin slowly clearing it out with a sickle before, what's that? Jump scare coming. Yep. There's another bug breach, and there's the spewers that came from it. So I run away from the spewers pretty quickly. Gotta melee this little small fry in front of me to get around it. Pop the 2 spewers with 1 grenade pistol shot. That's why I brought it. And pulling out the sickle to deal with the rest of the problems of the swarm. Have yet to run out of ammo on this thing. It's just that efficient. Speeding up here so you don't have to wait for me standing around as the drill activates and the bug breaches come up. Same location again. So I get down thinking, oh, I'll just avoid this one like the last one, before I realize, oh no, they're just coming directly for the drill and I'm next to it. Well, I might as well just start gunning them down, right? However, if you are not an idiot, unlike me, you may realize, wait, what about the other swarm? And, I think that speaks for itself. You'd think being down to my last reinforcement would make me play a little safer. Well, you'll be wrong. I am unfortunately a complete moron, because I decided to land right on the spewer and next to another one. Luckily for me, it doesn't shoot me, and I continue to gun down the rest of the bugs that are around me before screwing up my ice, because of course I do. Gonna speed you up past this drill setup. It's just me going around grabbing sample, waiting for the drill to happen, and then seeing a bug breach happen. And here I decided to start shooting it early since I know the other bug breach on my right is gonna be on me. Lucky for me, the drill has finished completely going, and I can go on and get to evac. Because remember, despite the fact that I've done the main objective, I still need to evac for this to count as a successful mission. And as you can see on the radar right there, those bugs are still on me. I gotta get moving. Gonna hit you with a massive, massive speed up here, since this is literally just me walking and shooting a couple bugs that were chasing me. That manages to successfully lose them completely. And I'm just walking, more walking. See his nest next to me? They're not sending bugs at me, so I keep walking through some mud, walk into this base, grab a thing, keep walking. Gonna walk. Finally managed to make it to evac, and I'm expecting a massive fight. Something that'll really push my mettle and make this challenge as hard as it should be. And then, there's no real easy way to say this. Nothing happens. You see on the radar, I'm seeing all these bugs, and I'm waiting for them to come up to me, and I'm like, alright, here we go, and they walk past. And then I'm like, okay, maybe that's a fluke. And then they just keep walking past me. I'm just not being harassed. And keep in mind, this is a 3-minute extract. I'm sitting here for 3 whole minutes. Lucky for you guys, you don't have to sit through that like I did. It's just, they just don't care. They forgot I existed. I'm a master of stealth, apparently. Then Pelican 1 shows up, and I'm like, okay, Pelican 1's shooting at them. Surely now they're going to come for me, but it's too late for them. I can just go into evac, and there, that's the mission. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but, you know, sometimes we take easy dubs. Channeling my inner Alpharad, and just like that, I managed to beat a mission in Helldivers 2 without using a single stratagem. Joking around aside, that felt a little easy. So if you want to see me do this on a higher difficulty, aka difficulty 7, which unfortunately the name of that difficulty is a word YouTube does not like very much, subscribe, because I'll be making a part 2 where I attempt that. And I'll be honest, I'm recording this before doing that attempt. I have no clue how I'm going to do it, but you'll all get to see that when I do manage to do it. So, subscribe, like, comment, and let me know if you want to see any other unique challenges. I'm open to suggestions, and I'm also going to be doing stuff on other games as well. So, make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.